Okay, I'm about to show how to put together a little plug, replace a plug. I did 2 of them, then I thought about it. I said, this might be something that other people need to see, because I know I was looking around a lot of places to try to find out how to do it. So this is a cool little tool. It's less than 20 bucks, but it automatically strips wire. This is good for beginners. The pros, they just use this. I got decent with that, but if you want to kind of make sure you don't mess up, you can use this tool here. All right, so I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna put it in here, then you just strip it just like that. So now put this out there for everybody. Black is gonna be your hot, the white is gonna be your neutral, and the green is gonna be your ground. So hot, neutral, ground. Just a dad. I teach by trade, so this is just some sad stuff I like to do as a hobby. So that's my little lawyer talk. Make sure I don't get in trouble. Okay, so once you got these cords, then you're gonna go and get the little plug for it. This is raw. Like I said, I was just working on this, and I said, well, let me see if I can help somebody out. All right, so we got this little plug here, and we're gonna use this plug. A little screwdriver. Do you sell these like $3, $4 at a hardware store? The cool thing is, if you strip a cord, or if you need to get another cord, you can always use these. So for me, I'm gonna use this for my solar. I just wanted to run some extra cords. Want a powder. I got the power going to one of my generators. I want to switch the solar generator. I got 2 different ones. So I got a smaller one that I can use to power this fridge up. And then I'm gonna use my main one to power up all my other devices. So it's gonna, my Blue Yeti is gonna power the fridge, the TV, these fans, and some cameras hooked up, and then, but primarily it's gonna be this. So I just got through swimming, so in and off my day, we're about to try to knock this out. So you're gonna unscrew these. Once you unscrew these, you take these out. All right, now then you're gonna have the 3 cord. It's Russia. Okay, like I said, brass is gonna be for the hot. So that's gonna be this black one. One way you can remember it, BB. You got black is black brass. So BB. So some people say don't twist it. I kind of twist mine to strain it. Seems like they give me a better connection. I be paranoid sometimes that it's not gonna go in properly, so I put that in there. Another way you can kind of tell too is the smaller one is the hot one. The smaller hole. Hopefully you can see that. The smaller hole is the hot one. So just trying to help you out, because I used to always have to go on YouTube to try to find out. So hopefully I had people to help me, so hopefully I can help somebody else. Pass around that blessing, let it overflow. Okay, so now that you got the brass in there, make sure that's tightened up. You're gonna screw the sides in. Once you screw the side in, you're gonna make sure that's nice and tight. Then you're gonna take the white. The white is gonna go next to the silver. Silver looks kind of white, so I guess that's how you can remember it too. I'm gonna twist it first. Once I got the twist, I'm gonna slide it in a little slot. I used to try to curve it around. Now I figure if I could just slide it in there, get it pushed in pretty good. Try to measure it out, that we don't have no strands. Because what causes fires if those wires touch. So like if the silver cross over into the brass, if it fall out of here, then cross over to the black. So if the neutral cross over to the black, that could spark a fire. So you want to make sure that those is good. That one kind of loose, so we might re-approach that I edit that out. So now we got the last one, is the ground. So at the ground, and make sure I got it nice and open. I don't think I opened up the ground yet. Once the ground nice and open, you're gonna push the ground in. You wanna make sure your stuff is grounded, so if something happens, if it's an over voltage, some kind of shock, you won't burn up the house. It can ground, and that grounds up to your whole house is kind of grounded in. So I put both my generators plugged up to the house, plug it up to the grid. Even if I'm not using the grid, I like to be plugged up. That way it can have a ground bond. Once you got a ground bond, if something crazy was to happen, it'll go into the house to the ground rod, go into the ground, to the actual ground. Ground is easy to remember because it's green, like grass, nature, all that good stuff. All right, so properly you're supposed to put some electric tape around here just to make sure all that stuff is secure. So we're gonna get some electric tape. So I'm gonna have to pause it for a second so I can go find some electric tape and get that together. Okay. So let me pause that for a minute. This for those outdoor. All plugs don't have this, but these outdoor ones do, which is good. Like to have this extra protection for the outdoor. This clamp right here, it helps it so it don't snag around the paper. So going back to it, we got to match the colors up. Now this part I'm probably edit out because we don't need to see it twice. So get the black in there. I'm gonna screw the black in. The fire, or the positive, however you want to say it. I was taught fire when I was a kid. You see that wasn't tight. That's, you saw I just pulled it out. I ain't having tight enough. So I'm gonna slide this in. If you buy real expensive plugs, they almost got like a slot that you can do, which make it really easy. But this is for, you know, I do a working man's channel. So I'm gonna twist this, make sure it's nice and tight. Try not to have no strands. Like I said, strands can create fires in the future, so you want to make sure you don't have no strands. You don't want to take away all the stuff you worked for because of a cord. You got this with fire insurance for, but that's a hassle. Once I got that cord nice and tight, and this white one, I cut this down to size. This one should go in perfect. I got this cord behind this tool shed. That's why I'm gonna plug the stuff up. Well, that's why I had it plugged up at. First, I had this used as like a generator plug to go out to the generator. But then I was like, I think I'd rather have a generator outside for, you know, exhaust purposes. So I just made a real small plug right next to the house. And I could just run it from the backyard. So that way, so now I can use this just for this plug. I'm gonna have it plug up to the fridge, like I said earlier. Got the final. I put the ground in. This ground kind of long. I'm gonna cut this down to size a little bit. Those electricians, they get it right the first time, it seemed like. At least on the YouTube videos. We all know the internet not a real place. So put that in. Close this ground wire in real good. Now this is for America. Not sure how you're doing. I believe they still got the same colors, maybe. Now I got this old house. My house is built in the 60s. Sometimes I had brown cords on some of the situations, and those was the fire. So you gotta be careful of that. Through the holes of the assembly. Fast forward that part too. That was 9 minutes. Okay. Once you get that in, make sure it's nice and tight. Perfect for outdoors. So I heard of somebody just changing these just because, just make sure everything nice and tight. And it's funny because they charge more at the hardware store, just having these little plugs here, but they charge a lot more. This, if you buy both plugs, you're talking about what, $10 at the most, and it looks like you got like a $50 cord. It's still gonna be thin, depending on the gauge of your, your cord, but you got that. So now that's nice and secure. This ain't going nowhere. You got it? All right, hopefully that works out. Got the first plug in. All right, this gonna be the second part of the video. I showed y'all cut this. I did that side, so now I gotta cut this off because we can't have double-sided. All right, that's called suicide cord. You don't want that. Plug the two things in at the same time. Woo, baby, that's scary. All right, so we're gonna cut this off. Once you cut that off, now we gotta strip back this orange wire. Since this wire is so thick, I'm just gonna use a razor blade, kind of peel around it. Try to score it a little bit. Then just digging that just slightly. Try to get in there. You don't want to puncture the cords. What I like to do once I got it, I try to peel it back. And usually where you score it at, it start coming out pretty easy. So we want to pull this back until I got the perfect science to this. From what I heard from electricians, like the more you do it, easier it gets. So you just start to slide the jacket out. Once you get the jacket out, you should be good. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this piece off since it's torn already. I might have took too much off. On the other side, like I ain't tear enough off. So now I got these. I'm just gonna strip them down. Like I said, you put them inside this little gadget here. That's 20 bucks. Get off Amazon. Oh, you know what? I'll probably leave a link in the description. I'm an Amazon affiliate now, so I can start making a little side money. So we got those in. Now I'm gonna do the neutral. Just to review. You notice I leave small spaces now. You got the green is the ground, black is the hot or the positive, the white is going to be the neutral. As you see here, you got the brass side, then you got the silver, then you got the green. So what we're going to do, like it's already loose, we're going to slide. Ooh, they look different. Okay, we're going to slide the brass in. Black and brass. Oh, the cool thing, bro, I told you spend a little bit. I think this plug was like $1 more. Hopefully you can see it. Let me see. I don't know if it's showing up on camera, but they actually got it written in here what side go to which, so they make it nice and easy. So gonna put the black in. Just gonna slide in that hole. The more expensive it is, the better. Not only do they label it, it's funny because it's like be safer for having more money or spending more money, I guess. That's kind of messed up, but that's the way life is. So, this screw kind of tight. Let me loosen this up. There we go. Somebody screwed that thing way back. Okay, so now I did it too much. So I'm back it up. Make sure my black is not frayed. Once I know it's not frayed, I probably could have put a little more wire. Slide the black in, and I'm gonna tighten that up. Righty tighty. The white goes with the silver. Silver, white, almost same thing. Like when you don't want to cut your say you got gray hair, you say you got white hair. Although that's the thing. They both sound bad. All right, so you're gonna slide this in here into the silver. We're gonna tighten that down. Got this little cheap screwdriver, but it's doing the job though. Be grateful and everything, right? Then you got the green. The green got the color green, and it says it right on the box, like I said earlier. So I'm gonna slide the green in. This is like the safest plug ever. Then we're gonna tighten that down. Okay. Gonna make sure everything is nice and tight. But this one is so secure, I don't know where to put the tape. So I'm just gonna push these in like this. Then like you just close it up. Close that up. Then we're gonna tighten this down. It's my first time using this brand. So we just tighten the screws to tighten it back down. Get this side too. This is probably pretty critical because this is gonna actually be outside. This cord gonna be outside, so I don't know how comfortable. I might end up changing this later, to be honest. So make sure it's smashed all the way down so I can get in there. So I got this. Squeeze that in there. Yeah, I got better grip with this flathead. Alright, so now I got this nice and secure. I'm gonna put some tape around the edges. I tore too much meat off, so we're gonna close this up nice and good. Get some tape in there. I'm actually gonna wrap the plug up with tape temporarily until I end up switching plugs. Like I said, I'm probably gonna switch the plug. But at least this is a good tutorial so you can know what you're doing. Kind of give you some tips. Tips on what I would do. I'm not saying that this is what you should do. This is what I do. You just combine it to what you do. These lawyers in America get you scared out here. All right. But seriously, I'm not an electrician. Just want to make sure that's very, very clear. All right. So once you get tape on, I'm going crazy with this tape. Electric tape is pretty cheap, so you go ahead, go crazy. Better safe than sorry. If it's a fire, I'd be like, man, I want to save $2, so I ain't tape it up that much. My wife be so upset. All right, so now you got this plug. We done. If you like it, please subscribe. I had more videos. Leave a comment if you want to make more videos like this. You got questions, and we're gonna see what we're gonna do. All right. God bless.